What's good YouTube, it's Adam from IAMM Music Mogul and welcome to another remake video. In this one we're going to go ahead and remake DJ Khaled's track POPSTAR featuring Drake, so let's get straight to it. First things first, we're going to change our tempo to 81.5 beats per minute, and we're going to start off with that main piano sound that we hear throughout the entire track. Now this sound, you'll see we're going to add a couple layers to it, but we're going to start off with the piano. We're going to go to our browser, we're going to go to piano, and we are going to go to Steinway Grand Piano. Let's go ahead and close that up, give us some more room, and let's draw in those chords. All right, so there is the two chords right there. It essentially just repeats itself for the entire song. So I'm just gonna draw it like that. But what we're gonna do here is to make it a little bit more human-like, we're gonna give it sort of like a little strum. We're gonna go over to our quantize section right here. We'll quantize by eighths, but we'll go over to our Q-flam and just push this up a little bit. And we'll get a little bit of a strum. As you can see, the notes are gonna offset each other here. And that's just going to essentially repeat itself. Next, what we're going to do here is let's just open up our EQ. I'm going to take off any effects here, and I'm going to filter out some of the lows. Let's just reset this over here. And next I'm going to go ahead and just bypass this delay. I'm going to bring in a free plugin here from Isotope. It is called Isotope Vinyl. And I'm just going to change the year to 1960 maybe, just to give it that more of a sort of old school type of vibe piano. All right, next is going to create a new software instrument track. We're going to bring in Logic's vintage Mellotron. And we're just going to copy down the same pattern over here. Open up our Mellotron. It's going to sound like this. Maybe we'll just loop this up here. And now you're going to get that gritty type of sound layered with that piano. But we're just going to go ahead and just adjust the sounds right here just to give it a little bit more of that tone that we hear in the track itself. Let's add in a secondary sound here. We'll go to brass. Let's open up an EQ over here. Maybe we'll take a little bit of our top end out as well. Together we get that. Next we're going to go ahead and actually maybe on this Mellotron we'll bring in the vinyl as well, and we'll make it that oldie type sound as well. All right, next let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track, and I'm just going to do a final layer on this sound here. We're going to copy down the same pattern. And this time we're going to go to Logic's vintage B3 organ. If I can find it here. There it is right there. And let's see what we get here. Maybe I'll take out this bass note here. We'll get something like that there. Let's just open up our EQ. We're just going to cut a lot of the low end here. Just leaves room for our 808 or bass once we bring it in. And once again, for old time's sake, let's bring in that old time sound. All right, and all together. It sounds something like that. Next, what we got to do here is bounce each one of these in place. I'm going to go just do Control B on the piano, Control B on our Mellotron, and Control B on our B3 organ. All right, so now we have the audio files of that. And the reason why we bounced it down is because we want to reverse this as it is in the track itself. So here is the audio file. The same as the MIDI, but what we're gonna do here is gonna chop it right in the middle. We're gonna select all of our regions and we're gonna click this reverse right here. It's gonna reverse that. And we get that sound that we hear in the track itself. I'm just gonna bring in a fade here. I think the Mellotron is clipping here a bit. So just gonna add in a little bit of a fade. Maybe a little one at the top as well. All right, next what we're gonna do here is gonna select all of these. We're gonna create a track stack and do a summing track over here. We're gonna open up an EQ and we're gonna just filter out some of the top end to remove some of those clicks that we hear at the top and bottom of this loop. And maybe we'll take a little bit of the low end out as well. And then I'm going to bring in a distortion unit here just to give it more of that old timely feel. We'll go to Bit Crusher. And for this one, we'll give it like this little bit of a coloration to the sound. Bring that down a bit. All right, so there's our main sound. Let's just go ahead and duplicate that over. There's our intro. Now we are into our drums. Let's create a new software instrument track. And I'm gonna bring in, actually I created a drum kit before this tutorial, so let's go to our POPSTAR drum kit. And let's start off with our snare sound, create a pattern region. On this pattern, we're gonna change it to 32 steps. So there's our snare pattern. Let's go ahead and create another pattern region. Change this over to 32 steps. And we're just gonna put in our perk sound. Next, let's go ahead and draw in our hi-hat, create another pattern region. Now there is two patterns to our hi-hat, but we're just gonna start off with the first one here. Just gotta add in some repeats here. And this one goes for And then over here, these just come out. And that's our second hi-hat pattern right there. Just a straight 16th hit. Let's go ahead and draw on our kick now. There's a little bit of a click at the end of our kick. I'm just going to go ahead and just fade that out. That's a little bit better. All right, next let's go ahead and draw in our 808. Let's see here. Let's start on the C. So these are just going to drop down to the F. And let's just pitch this down. And there's pretty much the foundation to the beat. Next, we're just going to create a new soft rhythm track, and we're just going to put the top lead that comes in and out of the instrumental itself. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a new soft instrument track with a instance of Logic's ES2. We're only going to be using a sine wave here, so it's going to push this all the way up to 1, turn off oscillators 2 and 3. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's create a MIDI region and draw in our pattern. So that's pretty much the pattern right there. Next, let's open up our ES2 synthesizer and just adjust the sound a little bit. Next, let's go ahead and just bring in some reverb here. Bring in some reverb Space Designer. Just gonna cut out a little bit of lows here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, quickly arrange this, and I'm gonna come right back. All right, so here is the arrangement right over here. It's not the full one, but you'll get the idea. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Listen to the remake that we just put together. DJ Khaled's track, Drake, POPSTAR, let's go. So there is POPSTAR by DJ Khaled featuring Drake. For you Logic users out there, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys, place it as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For you non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go ahead and export all the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that we used in this remake. You can find that entire playback sound kit in the description box below this video. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go ahead and carry this conversation down below. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this remake. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And if you did like this video, remember thumbs up, share it, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.